Hey there, friend. So let me guess. You're lying in bed, it's 2:47 a.m., and you're staring at the ceiling wondering how you got here. Maybe you've already fluffed the pillow 14 different ways, kicked the blankets off, pulled them back on, stared at your phone, and even thought, maybe I'll just get up and clean out the fridge. Sound familiar? Trust me, I get it. You'd think after a certain age we'd have this sleep thing down. I mean, we've been doing it our whole lives, right? But for some reason, now that we finally have the time to rest, rest is the one thing that keeps slipping through our fingers. So in this video, we're going to talk about it. Not in a dry, clinical way with charts and sleep trackers and a robot voice telling you to limit screen time. Nah, we're going real here. I'm going to walk you through the 10 real reasons why so many seniors aren't sleeping well at night. This is based on what most people, just like you and me, are saying on various platforms and forums where the real talk happens. And listen, this isn't about blaming you for anything. It's about understanding what's actually going on in that beautiful brain and body of yours and figuring out how to gently, practically, lovingly invite sleep back in. So if you've been tired of being tired and you just want to feel human again when you wake up, pull up a chair or a pillow and let's get into it. Number 1. Your internal clock has shifted, but nobody told you that was normal. I remember talking to my friend Linda about this. She said, I used to be the last one to leave a party. Now I'm yawning at 8:30 and up by 4 a.m., folding laundry before the sun's even up. What happened to me? I told her, what happened is your body clock just decided it's now on senior standard time. This shift isn't random, it's biological. As we age, the brain produces less melatonin, that wonderful sleep hormone that helps us drift off, and our sleep-wake cycle starts leaning toward early evenings and early mornings. That's why you might start feeling sleepy while Wheel of Fortune is still on. And when you try to push through and stay up like you used to, binging a show, reading just one more chapter, your sleep quality takes the hit. It's like showing up to the airport after the plane's already left. Your body was ready to sleep, and now it's just pacing the terminal waiting for the next flight. So what's the fix? Honestly, the best thing you can do is listen to your body. If 9 p.m. feels like midnight, that's okay. Create a wind-down routine around that. You don't have to fight your body's rhythm. It's been with you a long time. Trust it. 2. Pain and discomfort at night. Pain at night is its own kind of beast. During the day, you're moving around, distracted, doing the dishes, talking to people. But the moment you lie down, that hip you ignored all day starts whispering, "Hey, remember me." And not in a friendly way either. It's like your body's version of a grumpy neighbor who only knocks when you're trying to relax. For a lot of people I've spoken with, myself included, it's not even major pain. It's the small, nagging, pulsing aches that keep you from settling in. One woman on Reddit wrote, I sleep with more pillows now than I had guests at my 50th birthday. She props up her knees, supports her back, has one between her ankles. She called it her pillow fortress. And you know what? She says it helps. The reality is, our joints change with age, cartilage wears down, inflammation becomes more common. Even the mattress that once felt like a dream may now feel like it was designed by someone who hates spines. I had to switch to a firmer mattress myself after years of convincing myself mine was still good. Once I did, game changer. Pair that with a hot shower and some lavender lotion before bed, and I was finally sleeping like a retired cat. Of course, if the pain is persistent, don't just live with it. Your doctor can help. Sometimes it's a simple fix. Other times, it's part of a bigger picture. Either way, sleep shouldn't be sacrificed for a sore knee or cranky lower back. 3. You're waking up to use the bathroom, again and again. Ah yes, the midnight bathroom shuffle. It's practically a rite of passage. You finally get warm, cozy, drift halfway into dreamland, and then your bladder pipes up with, "We've got business." It starts with once a night, then twice, Then you find yourself negotiating. Can I hold it? Will I fall back asleep if I get up? Do I really need to go? Spoiler, you do. Now let's be fair. This isn't always just a bladder issue. Many medications that seniors take, especially for blood pressure, have diuretic effects, meaning they make you pee more. And let's not forget hormonal changes that affect the urinary tract. After menopause, tissue down there becomes thinner and more sensitive, leading to a greater urge more frequently. One lady in a YouTube comment summed it up perfectly. I've mapped the path from bed to bathroom better than Google Maps. I could walk it blindfolded. But here's where it gets tricky. Those nighttime trips can disrupt your deep sleep, the kind you need to actually feel rested. You might wake up 3 or 4 times, and even though you're sleeping a total of 7 hours, it feels more like 4. What helps? First, try cutting off liquids about 2 hours before bed. I know, it's hard to skip that evening tea, but maybe move it earlier. Also, look at when you take medications, and make sure the path to the bathroom is safe. Night lights, no rugs to trip on, and maybe even a grab bar if balance is an issue. And if it's happening frequently, like more than twice a night, it's time to talk to your doctor. Sometimes it's an easy fix, sometimes it's part of a larger health pattern. Either way, you deserve uninterrupted sleep, and yes, it is possible, even if it takes a few adjustments. Or, you're just not as physically tired as you used to be. You ever have one of those days where you think, I barely did anything and I'm still exhausted? But then you lie down at night and suddenly your brain's buzzing and your body is wide awake like it just drank espresso? That's what happens when your mind is tired, but your body never got the memo. Back in the day, we were always moving. Raising kids, running errands, working full-time, cleaning, cooking, hauling groceries, running from soccer practice to PTA meetings, and still somehow managing to fold laundry at 10 p.m. Our bodies earned sleep back then. Now? The pace has changed. For many seniors, the days are quieter. Maybe you've retired, the kids are grown, and you don't have to move at the same frantic speed anymore. And while that sounds like a dream, and honestly it can be, the side effect is, your body just doesn't feel as worn out by nightfall. One woman I follow on YouTube put it perfectly. I get 4,000 steps in a day now and feel proud. But back in the 90s, I did that before breakfast, just chasing my toddlers and losing my keys. And here's the funny part. You want sleep, you just didn't do enough to trigger it. It's like trying to feed a dog that was never walked. It's not hungry yet. The gentle solution here? Movement, not punishment, not a gym membership, just movement. A walk around the block, a little stretching, gardening, dancing in the kitchen, rearranging the spice rack just for fun. And yes, that counts. It's less about wearing yourself out and more about reminding your body it's alive. You move, you rest. That rhythm never goes out of style. 5. Anxiety and worry show up at bedtime. You know, I used to think that once I got older, I'd have fewer things to worry about. That life would be sorted out and the stress would slow down. Turns out, anxiety just changes costumes. Instead of worrying about career ladders or teenage drama, now it's health scares, loneliness, money running out, adult children who don't call back, and wondering if that weird leg cramp is just a cramp or something you should Google. But definitely shouldn't Google, because WebMD is no friend after 10 p.m. And the timing? Impeccable. All those worries love to show up the moment your head hits the pillow. One lady on a forum wrote, "It's like my brain waits all day, then unrolls a scroll of everything I've ever done wrong in my life the second I lie down." I laughed because, yep, been there. Sometimes you even start solving hypothetical problems that haven't happened yet and may never happen at all. That's bedtime anxiety in a nutshell. And if you live alone, that silence gets loud. I remember lying in bed, staring at the ceiling fan like it held the answers to life, just letting the spiral begin. It's not just mental. Anxiety triggers adrenaline, which literally keeps your body in alert mode, which means, yep, no sleep. So what helps? Two things have made a real difference for me. 1. Writing it all down before bed. Not a fancy journal, just a little notebook where I dump all the brain noise. 2. Distraction. Soft, familiar audiobooks, bonus if they're boring. Calming music or even guided meditations. Just something to break the loop. Because listen, you deserve to rest. Worry doesn't get to steal that from you anymore. 6. You're taking medications that interfere with sleep. Let's be real. Most of us could open a mini pharmacy with what's in the medicine cabinet. Blood pressure meds, antidepressants, heart pills, allergy meds, and don't forget the supplements that someone on Facebook said were life-changing. By the time evening rolls around, your body's juggling more than a Vegas showgirl. And some of those pills are not playing nice with your sleep cycle. What nobody tells you is that some of the most common medications seniors take have sneaky side effects like insomnia, night sweats, jitteriness, or those weird middle-of-the-night wake-ups where you feel like you just heard a sound, but there's nothing there. Some meds even block REM sleep, which means you technically slept, but your brain never got to do its deep clean. One woman I met at a support group said, "I thought I had full-blown insomnia until my doctor switched one medication from evening to morning. That was it. I was cured. Just like that." But here's the kicker. You have to ask. Most doctors won't bring it up unless you mention it. So if your sleep has been rocky and you're on a few prescriptions, it's time to speak up. Ask them, could any of these be keeping me up? They may adjust the dose or the timing, or even swap one med for another with fewer sleep side effects. Because here's the truth. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's not a reward. It's a need. And when you're not getting it, life gets foggy, physically, emotionally, even spiritually. But it's fixable, and it's worth fixing. 7. Naps are great. Until they're not. I had a friend named Peter who swore by his power nap. He'd lie down around 3 p.m., close his eyes for a little while, and wake up at 6:30, confused, drooling, and unsure what year it was. Then, naturally, he couldn't sleep that night. Rinse and repeat. He was basically running on an awkward 2-part sleep schedule and wondering why he felt like a zombie. That's what happens when naps become mini comas. In small doses, napping can help. But too long, too late in the day, and you might as well just brew coffee and call it a night, because your sleep cycle has officially been hijacked. Here's the funny part. We nap more as we get older because we're not sleeping well at night. But the naps are sometimes the very thing throwing off the nighttime sleep. It's like a sleep debt you keep trying to pay with expired coupons. If that's sounding familiar, you're not alone. You don't have to cut naps out, but it's worth keeping them short and early. Think of them like appetizers. You want them to hold you over, not ruin your main course. 8. You might be dealing with sleep apnea and not even know it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't that something men get? With the loud snoring and all that? Yes, sure, sleep apnea is famous for snoring. But here's what nobody tells you. Seniors experience it differently. And because of that, it often goes undiagnosed. Instead of the big, booming snore fest, most seniors might just have light snoring, or even no snoring at all. What they do have: waking up gasping for air, headaches in the morning, dry mouth, brain fog that feels like cotton stuffed behind your eyes, and a deep exhaustion that sleep never quite cures. One woman on a forum thread said she thought she had depression or early signs of dementia. Turns out it was sleep apnea. A sleep study and a CPAP machine later, she was sleeping through the night and remembering where she put her keys again. If you're waking up a lot at night, especially feeling like you've been hit by a truck even after 8 hours in bed, this might be worth exploring. Sleep apnea doesn't just mess with your rest, it affects your heart, your memory, your energy, and your mood. And fixing it? Total game changer. 9. The bedroom isn't sleep-friendly anymore. Now, before you panic, I don't mean your bedroom needs to look like a spa retreat on Pinterest. I just mean things change. Maybe your mattress is older than your youngest grandchild and has the shape of a canoe. Or maybe your room runs too hot. Or there's a bright streetlight shining in your window now. Or you've got that ancient digital alarm clock with the LED glow of a Vegas casino. I had a friend who couldn't sleep and couldn't figure out why. Then one night her daughter visited and said, "Mom, your room is 78 degrees. You're basically roasting in here." Turns out, as we age, our ability to regulate temperature shifts, and sleeping cool becomes way more important. A fan, some blackout curtains, breathable sheets. It's not about luxury, it's about sanity. And let's not forget the tech. That little habit of scrolling your phone in bed? Yeah, it's a sleep killer. The blue light tells your brain it's still daytime. I used to check Facebook at night, and before I knew it, I was watching a 20-minute video of a raccoon making pancakes. Cute? Yes. Helpful for sleep? Not even close. 10. You've lost the ritual of winding down. Remember when we used to have evening routines? Not just brushing teeth and calling it a night, but real, gentle transitions into sleep. Maybe it was tea and a book, or a warm bath, or even just washing your face, slipping into pajamas, and watching something comforting with the lights low. But somewhere along the way, life got noisy. Maybe you fell into the habit of watching the news before bed, terrible idea, or staying up too late reading on your tablet, or trying to finish chores at 11 p.m. and without even noticing, the evening turned from sacred to scrambled. One gentleman I spoke with said, "My nighttime routine used to include a bath and lotion and journaling. Now it's me yelling at Alexa to turn off the light while I scroll Twitter." Sound familiar? Here's the truth. We need that wind down time now more than ever. Our bodies are slower to transition. Our minds take longer to quiet. Without a ritual, we go straight from stimulation to stillness, and our systems don't know how to respond. So reclaim your evenings, whatever that looks like for you. A warm drink, soft lighting, a little music, 5 minutes of stretching. Doesn't have to be fancy, just has to be yours. Because here's the big picture. Sleep isn't broken in you. It's just been neglected, forgotten, disrupted by life, health, noise, change, loss, and stress. But you can come back to it. With a little gentleness, a little intention, and a little help, you can sleep well again. And you deserve to. Because this chapter of your life isn't about running on fumes anymore. It's about restoration, healing, breathing deeply, waking up and feeling alive, not just conscious. So go easy on yourself, fix what needs fixing, and start treating sleep not as a fight, but as a gift. All right, so there you have it. If you've been wondering why your nights are restless and your mornings feel like a foggy rerun of Groundhog Day, I hope this helped connect some dots. Because the truth is, this stage of life isn't the end of good sleep, it's just a different chapter, and sometimes the pages look a little unfamiliar. But you are not broken, you're not too old or just stuck this way. You're a little wiser, your body's a little different, and your life has shifted, that's all. And the beautiful thing is, you can shift with it. With some small adjustments, some self-kindness, and a bit of humor along the way, deep, healing sleep is still absolutely possible. So whether it's tweaking your meds, giving your bedroom a little upgrade, reclaiming your nighttime wind down, or just realizing that yes, your 4 p.m. nap might be plotting against you, know this. You're not alone in this. And if no one's told you lately, you deserve peace, you deserve rest, and you're doing better than you think. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to give it a like, share it with a fellow night owl, or drop a comment and tell me what's been keeping you up. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, be kind to yourself. And tonight, may the pillow be cool, the room be quiet, and your dreams be soft. You've earned it. Good night.